Did you hear about the bored apes that got blinded at the party they went to?
Welcome back to ByteSized Talk. I'm Jupe. This is MP. Let's talk about it.
All right, so we're not actually talking about actual apes here. We'll put that. No animals were harmed.
Well,
In the,
people were harmed,
yeah, but like
not by us.
animals that yeah. So when we're talking about bored apes, we're talking about the NFT group Bored Apes, which at the peak of NFT
Yeah,
excitement, they were selling at like some of the more popular ones are going for like $1 million, half
just
mil.
about.
I think beat.
Yeah, it was 2-3
Uh,
million at least.
yeah, it was really like I mean NFTs did well for a while, but those really jumped off. Um, but they actually started doing something since they had quite a bit of celebrity interest. They were able to actually start marketing and like we're going to make a community.
Yeah,
A community of people that are like-minded, that want to hustle, collaborate, whatever. And so they started like the Bored Ape Society, a bit of a Planet of the Apes
Bored
type of.
Apes Yacht Club. That's what they're called.
Oh, Bored Apes Yacht
Yeah,
Club.
yeah.
Okay.
So, Bored Apes Yacht Club is arguably one of the most successful NFTs. And for those that don't know what NFTs are, it's short for non fungible tokens, which basically means you own something in the crypto world which nobody else can own. And so Bored Apes was one of the most successful ones. Yuga Labs was the one that the company that kind of owned them. And they started after they got pretty popular. They started making these Bored Ape Fests, and basically, if you owned a Bored Ape, it could prove it. You could attend the Ape Fest, and there's about 10,000 of these NFTs out there. So they started making these music festivals. Was it 2021 was the first one? 2022 was the second one, and then this year, 2023.
What was the third one? So,
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
yeah.
And so 2023 was the third one, and it was held in Hong Kong. And so they had this giant music festival with a bunch of activities, all these spectacles. Um, and so shortly after this event, people started reporting problems with their eyesight to the point where they woke up at 4 in the morning and they couldn't see, or they were seeing blurry. They felt their skin was felt like it was sunburned. Their eyes were in pain. So it turns out that during this event, um, the board or Yuga Labs had added UV lights to the stages, and some of this UV light was hitting their eyes and damaging their cornea. What was it exactly? Do you remember?
Photokeratitis, I think was the name
Whatever.
of
Yeah, whatever
yeah.
he said.
Uh,
So yeah, it was a huge problem. It was something where a lot of people are complaining. According to the Yuga Labs, they posted on X. They said less than 1% of people that attended had reports of this.
Now, other ways you could get like photokeratitis is if you're a welder, you know, uh, I don't. You've done welding in the
Yeah,
past, Julian. You know that every now and then, if you try to like just do one little spark, that you're like, ooh,
yeah,
okay, just like you flash out for a
yeah. You'll
second,
see that
right?
spot when you close your
Uh,
eyes every time after that.
yeah. So you know you have to wear that really thick shield that you don't like. You don't see shit until you like. You're like, okay, you go from like Ray Charles to like some vision real quick, you know. Um, that or those of you who maybe go snowboarding or like playing out in the snow, you got to be careful. You got to wear it's uh, what's it recommended you wear sunglasses or goggles that are
Yeah,
polarized um, to not get snow blindness. I remember when I heard that, I was like, get the hell out of here! Like it's reflecting the rays back at you. So like getting sunburnt, getting damage to your eyes is a very realistic thing when you're whenever you're doing anything with like direct the sunlight, or you're dealing with something that permits or produces UV
Cabrón, when's the
radiation.
first time you saw snow?
I mean, I always was able to look up and like see it on the mount. I'm on Mount Baldy. It was up there in the wintertime. But like actually like a handful of
Yeah.
snow. I was probably 21. Me and my uncle were coming from Bakersfield back to Los Angeles. There's a route there called the Grapevine. And we just made it over the mountain pass, and literally, like as we're going up the mountain, the cops were shutting it down because like when it starts snowing in California, like Southern California
Yeah.
especially, people don't know how to handle it. So a lot of places where people are just used to hauling ass, like the cops have to shut it down while the storm comes through, and then like they'll lead groups of cars through
No,
there
okay.
at a controlled pace. But like we're like the last car to like get through, and like they started shutting it down behind us. And as we're driving, my uncle goes, "See all those little speck things?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "That's snow." I was like, "That's snow." He goes, "Yeah, like that's." I was like, "It's like I thought I thought they'd be like quarter sized." Like he goes, "Yeah, me too." The first time I saw snow, I was like, "What the hell?" Like I was expecting to see like these huge snowflakes. No, the little peachy tiny
Yeah.
things. What snow? I was like, "Oh shit!" So we actually turned out at a road stop and just got out, and I lied down like in like just a like veneer of snow,
And made,
like
made a
like
giant bowling ball after that.
fucking no, just like made mud, like because like there wasn't enough snow to actually like lie on top of it. Like your body pressure and temperature would just like melt it. So like I made like a snow angel, but just like it made it into like grass, like
uh,
but actual like appreciable snow to where like I could hold it and mold it. Wasn't until that first winter in
I
Socorro.
figured.
Um, yeah.
Yeah. And Socorro doesn't snow that much either.
Yeah, every now it seems like every like 3 or 4 years they get hit with a
Yeah.
storm.
But
Uh,
yeah, so Yuga Labs messed up badly. Um, and right now, NFTs are taking a huge hit. They're at a point where
uh,
I think they dropped by, I don't know, 70 ETH.
and the thing with NFTs is they essentially give you. I mean, even though they're involving some sort of like art piece, like right, some sort of digital art
Yeah.
that you claim yours. To me, I really think it gives you
Yeah.
a key that's uniquely yours into a particular community. Um, it's something I've considered. I've never even talked to you about this, but like let's say our YouTube channel takes off,
Yeah.
I think it'd be interesting to offer an NFT to like our first 1,000
Yeah.
subscribers, and then like they get like they're part of a pool that we randomly draw from to give out prizes or
Yeah.
like monetary like a like have like a shares like 10% of the money that comes in will get rolled
Yeah.
out once a month to one of our 10,000 original subscribers. Like
Yeah. And it's
uh
cool to do it that way once you have a community. But the way a lot of NFTs were going is that they would put it out for people to buy and then take all the money and then leave. And that was the biggest problem
yeah.
that NFTs had, is that there was so many rug pulls. There were so many people that were just taking money, promising all these things, and then all of a sudden they just disappear.
Now this isn't unique to NFTs or even cryptocurrency. It happens in other industries,
Yeah,
but this is unique in that it's fully digital. They're like you never like if you were to buy into a restaurant, you would actually want to probably go taste the food or you
yeah.
know the chef. This you're hoping that it has some utility, and some people get convinced of some pretty stupid shit like banana coin. You want to talk about banana coin,
I can't
Cooley's?
remember what it was. It was like you get a banana for every banana coin you have. I can't remember what it was.
You're like they're gonna decentralize bananas.
I was like 18,
It's
19.
it's a decentralized banana network. I was like, "Come on, what the fuck does that even
Yeah.
mean?" Like, you're like it, but it's if you think about it, like it's bananas that are
It's
decentralized.
bananas, that's for sure.
Like, yeah, I was like, dude, that's the stupidest idea for coins, you
Yeah.
know? And mind you, I got burned on coins too. There was one company that I was a particular believer of 10x, and I had to use a VPN to get in on the not IPO, but what was it?
Oh, I
ICO,
see. Oh, yeah.
initial coin
Yeah.
offering. So I used the VPN to get in on the ICO, but then they're like, "Oh, hey, we have to verify that like there's no United States people,
Yeah.
so you have to like register an address to get the new iteration of the coin sent to you, and the other those aren't going to be worth shit." And I was like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck?" Like, so that was like my point for trying, like my bad for trying to like escape the
Yeah.
system. Like, to be honest, had we just invested in fucking
Dude, it was
Ethereum,
$20.
Bitcoin,
God
yeah.
damn.
What's it at today? I haven't looked
1800.
at crypto,
1800. Yeah.
so that'd been 5 times 18. What's that? 90?
Yeah. Yeah.
90x? 90x value?
Yeah. I mean, we were in it at the right time. We just didn't have the money.
Yeah.
Or college students.
We literally got to a point to when we both had summer jobs. We both had summer jobs, and we barely had enough money to buy a $5 rotisserie chicken
And we could have bought a goddamn donut.
from Walmart. I literally like I cleaned out my change drawer. I took in like 5.45. Like I knew exactly what it was gonna be. Like maybe like 5.36
Yeah.
or 5.40, whatever it was with the tax rate. Like I had it figured out because we had bought the chicken like 2 days
Yeah.
before as well. And we're walking out, and Julian's like, "Dude, can I get a donut?" It's like it's only 50 cents, and I was like, "Dude, we don't have donut money
We don't have
today."
50 cents for a donut.
Yeah.
Just a bad day.
And we both had jobs.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, we didn't have our degrees in engineering yet. We're both I was like senior standing. He was probably junior
Yeah.
standing, but damn, that was a sad day. So yeah, when we say we didn't have money to invest in crypto, like we had ideas to,
Yeah.
but we didn't have 5, 10 grand to throw at it and like, hey, let's just hope for the
Yeah.
best, you know. Um, yeah, but that's where the Board Apes Club, they've been able to, again, building a community and events and adding value in that sense. I think that's why they've been successful. Um, but I remember when I first heard about this, I originally had the thought like, oh, they're probably going to get sued. Whoever put on the event is going to
I would
get
think the
sued,
same thing. But it's a cult. And yeah.
like anime.
It's a cult in a sense, and if the people sue Yuga Labs and they end up winning, get money out of it, what if their NFT tanks? What if Yuga Labs ends up going bankrupt and they have to sell the board apes to some other company? It'll hurt them in the long run, which is what they want to avoid.
So they'll probably just make up a new coin called or a new NFT called like the Blind
The
Apes Club.
blind apes. Now, don't get me wrong. Yuga Labs has made a lot of money for their holders. They rolled out with the crypto coin. I think it was called Ape Coin or something like that. And the people that owned any board ape, any mutant ape, any variation of their NFTs probably made close to $1 million out of it if they sold at the right time. Because they just gave away, yeah, they
Yeah.
gave away coins to them for holding these NFTs. Obviously, if people sold it at the right time, they would have made a cool $1 million right there. Um,
Now that reminds me of the movie. What was it called? Dumb Money.
oh yeah,
Has that been? Is that out on to stream
I don't
yet?
know, but you told me about it. Yeah,
It's not in theaters anymore. But Dumb Money has to deal with the GameStop.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I was right around that time.
uh,
20 what? 2020, 2021.
yeah. So I'm looking right now. You could. I don't think it's streaming for free yet, but it's available through like Amazon
Yeah,
Prime, um, and stuff like that. Or maybe it might have been just released to Netflix. We'll have to see. Um, but yeah, it talks about the people who some of them caught on to the GameStop stock when it was 5, 10, $20.
yeah,
and ended up reaching a price of like $500, and like people, oh yeah, just keep going. This guy, oh, iron hands, iron hand or
Diamond
diamond
hands,
hands,
yeah.
you know. Um, and people who invested $10,000 of their own money when they really didn't have 10 grand to
Yeah.
invest had an evaluation of like 100,000, you know, $500,000, like, and they decided not to sell. They're like, no, no, it's for the cause. It's to bring down the rich,
Yeah.
like, which they put a dimple in the
Yeah.
rich, like they didn't even dent them, like, it might have affected one or two individuals, but as a whole, nothing.
Yeah.
Um, and those people, like some of them, so yeah, if you, some people who cashed out made
Yeah.
money. A lot of people got held like into the hype of the community and got caught holding the bag, thinking it was just going to continue to hold and rise and rise
Yeah.
and
It's just
rise.
not feasible.
Uh,
It's not gonna happen.
yeah,
Similar to what Sam Bankman-Fried did with his FTX token is he was essentially just creating money out of thin air. And a lot of people,
yeah.
I know a few podcasters who were actually dependent on the FTX and them providing money, and they would give them the coins. Like, hey, here's some FTX coins, and they were basically just saving them up. And eventually, when the bubble popped on FTX, they were left kind of their hands empty.
Now, FTX, I think one, it's fucked up that they started paying their employees in FTX
Yeah,
coin. Like, oh hey, dude, like it's as good as gold.
yeah,
Like, actually, you can put as much FTX coin on your flash drive as you want, and that's gonna have more of a weight than gold, right? Come on, like, um, but I mean, the fact I think they got the arena in Miami named to the FTX
yeah.
arena, like they went wild with their marketing
Yeah, they were
campaign.
rolling in money. Um, but yeah, essentially they were just printing money out of thin air.
Have you been getting the latest emails from like a fake Bittrex
Yeah,
account?
I have where, oh, you have $5,000 still in your account. I'm like, yeah, right. I
Did you see what date they want you to pull your money out by?
think it was November something, right?
31st.
November only has 30 days, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So I mean, I think I have indefinite amount of time, right? To pull out
Just give them a wallet. It's like, hey, just send it over here. Don't worry about it.
Now they did give you an opportunity to pull out your funds before they like went through bankruptcy. I wonder if their mailing list was then sold for pennies
Ooh,
for
maybe.
a little bit of
That's
money,
true.
and like those people are trying to get you to log back in to link your new account to take your money.
Maybe. That'd be kinda weird.
Because didn't you almost recently? Didn't you almost fall into one of those like bear traps? You were
Uh,
about to like put in your like you're like, wait,
that
this.
was a while that was in 2019 with, Coinbase, where they called me and they said, "Hey, we're gonna give you this amount of money." I was like, "Alright, cool, send it." Like, "We just need you to send this amount of Bitcoin to this address." And I put it in, I was like, "Wait a minute. Why am I sending money?" It's like, "Oh, just send it. We'll send it back right away. We just wanna verify." I was like, I don't feel comfortable with it. Just send it, sir." I was like, "No." I was, yeah, that close to
Now,
sending it.
Julian once, Jupe, as you will, once presented me with the idea of, dude, all we got to do is route our Bitcoin through China. Due to the exchange rate, they'll send it back and it's going to be worth more. And I'm like, dude, that's that's not. There's no way sending an email essentially and getting it sent back is going to make us money. There's no
Yeah.
way. That's the stupidest thing. No, dude. Like my friend did the math, and like he's like, dude, if we just do this, we route it, and then we have it routed back, we're gonna make money. I'm like, you're, you're gonna lose money just in the
Yeah.
transaction fees. No, dude, he calculated it, and like if you're able to successfully do it like 20 times, you'll make like $5. Those aren't the real numbers you
No,
pitched, but I
no.
was like, it was the stupidest sounding as that. And I was like, dude, we're not sending our money to China and hoping it comes back worth more. Like
Yeah.
that is the stupidest thing. About as stupid as you buying those shoes from China that took
Like
like 6 months
6 months to
to
get
get
some
delivered.
shitty ass shoes too. Now the idea was is
They,
that you send it through different exchanges, and uh, obviously different exchanges have different prices for Bitcoin, and so doing it through different exchanges, you'd eventually get more money. But I mean, they're not that stupid.
yeah.
They know what they're doing, so it's not gonna work.
And poor Julian ordered these pairs of shoes. We'll say like in September, and he was wanting them by like October.
Yeah,
And I had also got like my student loan money, so I bought like a couple pairs of
that
new
fucker
shoes.
had 4 or 5 boxes a day coming into the house.
No,
It was like 4 or 5 boxes a day for like a whole week. I was like, "Is that my shoes? No. Is that my shoes? No." God damn. It was
and then like 6 months later, I was like, "Hey, there's something jammed into our mailbox." Like, and I was like, "Dude, I was like, think they're your shoes," and they were the crappiest pair of shoes I had ever seen. He's like, "I kind of like them." I'm like, "Yeah, you have to say that, Cabron. You gave birth to them. You've been waiting 9 months for them to get
I
delivered."
rocked them for like a
Like,
week and then that was it.
they had this white and black checkered pattern along the base, and it was just like I think either a white sole or a black sole that had like it looked like somebody got a whiteout pen and like drew the squares because like there was no because there's not one square that was similar to the one
And
next
dude, the
to it.
sole was like 3 millimeters thick, so I could feel every rock I step on.
Yeah,
You could tell they were from China.
they were the cheap, but he waited so long for them to get
Yeah,
delivered. Like, and he was like, "Oh yeah, they're here." Like, and then like he actually like gave up on
yeah,
them.
I did.
I was like, "Dude, guess what came in today?" It's like, I don't know what. Like, I was like, dude, you're no way. I gave up.
Uh, but yeah,
Uh,
NFTs.
yeah.
I know we got into that fucking tangent. Yeah, NFTs. At one point, probably a couple years ago, a little bit last year, they were doing really well, but at this point, they don't show much of a future.
I think they can be used in a raffle or promotional
Yeah,
capacity. Like, let's say for like the Taylor Swift concert, what if she said, hey, with proof of purchase, you're eligible to go onto my website, you register your ticket stub,
yeah,
right? Um, or give a thing to where when you buy your ticket at the door, they hand you this thing with the code.
yeah,
Take it home, you enter it, you register into like her database. And one, now she has your email for all her
yeah,
promotional offers, right? But then you get issued a Taylor Swift
yeah,
NFT, right? And now every month, some items given out for free, a signed guitar,
yeah.
uh, you know, uh, exclusive access to ticket
Yeah, because
sales
with
or
the
something.
NFT, you can use that to access different websites. So you could use your wallet with the NFT in it, and the browser would check for that NFT in your wallet, and if you have it, you have access to the site. So it can be used as a key.
Yeah, because think about it. If you had to be a registered fan, right, to have early access to the tickets, like that's going to defeat like the
Yeah,
robots having their way.
yeah,
An allocation based to these fans with something that's has a level of encryption that nobody's gonna be able to hack into
yeah.
it,
And you can
right?
limit the amount of tickets by the number of NFTs you have. Let's see, for some reason you have 5 different ones. You can get 5 different tickets. And if you want, you can sell them after that. But dude, bots will buy out 100, 200 tickets at a time. So with having
Yeah.
those NFTs, it
So
would help
yeah, so that's what I think. And again, I think if we're successful, I think we could use an NFT
when
with
we're
our community.
successful.
Like
When.
when,
There
yes,
you
when.
go.
We could use like NFTs to find a way to give back to our community. Like, hell, hey, open up, and then like that opens you up. We'll take the top X amount of commenters or whatever on each video, somehow cross reference with our NFT
Yeah.
network, and then they're entered into a raffle or
Yeah.
have it some way to review it. Because imagine like if Mr. Beast did something like that, like
Yeah.
the amount of community. I mean, he already has a huge community and they're very active,
Yeah.
but um, imagine if like at one video a month, 10% of the revenue goes to one of the NFT holders.
Yeah, and he already gives money away anyway, so why not do it?
Yeah. Like right now, if we did that, you guys would have to send us money if you
'Cause
were selected.
you're deep in a hole in this one. Like $1,000 in.
But yeah, so I think there's utility, but as like a membership club,
Yeah. Yeah,
like
that Bored Ape
like
Yacht Club had it right. It's tanked. The NFT market has tanked pretty badly.
yeah. Uh, I wonder if also will be some copyright stuff. Like if you're like you NFT some digital artwork, is that a way of like another way of getting a
I
copyright
think
on it
so.
to other
I think
people?
that's how it works. Uh,
Now I did hear that you can't copyright something that was AI generated.
oh yeah, that's right. There goes our thumbnails.
So yeah. That's where we're at to like just do some like I'm sure there's a way you could like just put like some invisible filter over
Yeah,
it um to get rid of that, or maybe like we'll just have to like screenshot
yeah.
it to like
Something.
kill the resolution. But have you heard of that thing about you could poison your digital artwork to prevent an AI from stealing it?
Poison it?
There's a way to like poison your image.
No, what the fuck is that?
Um, I heard some streamer talking about like there's a way to poison your digital artwork so that if an AI scans it to try to upload it and use it in their database for making
Yeah,
something, one they won't be able to successfully scan it, and two, you could potentially infiltrate their learning program, their learning
algorithm.
entries, and like yeah, and like start like decaying it from the inside out in a
No
sense.
shit. That's wild.
Yeah, so yeah, so like people would have to be more selective about what images they
Yeah.
input. And that's why I'm always susceptible that Amazon Prime wants me to send all my pictures to them.
Amazon
Like
Prime wants you
they
wants to
get,
send them pictures?
they're like, "Hey, where no,
Like, they got the wrong number.
no," like they're always like, "Oh, you have unlimited picture storage on Amazon Digital
Oh, I
Prime."
see.
Like, and I think they want to get that because they're like, "Well, it was free."
Yeah.
And part of our fine print was that anything that was submitted to us for free storage for life is also able to train
AI.
our
Did you
things.
hear
So
X is now incorporating an AI?
I mean, I thought he was their CEO.
That's the son. XAE.
Yeah.
No, X rolled out Grok as the AI for X, and it's based off the Hitchhiker's Guide. What's that movie called?
To the
To the
galaxy.
Galaxy. It's based off that movie. The personality of the AI is based off that movie.
Okay.
So, but you have to have the premium X to be able to access to the AI. So,
Dos
Dos
Equis.
X, yeah.
Yeah.
Once you get a triple X, X, that's something else, way.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so that's what we got for you. If you go to a board ape party, bring some sunwear, some
Some
glassware,
polarized glasses, because
yeah, some sunblock. You don't want to be blinded by the light. Uh, bad, bad.
all right,
Well, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and we'll catch you guys next time. Really?
yeah, take care, everybody.